this is the chart of a native. He has come to me on 15th of August 2022 at around 1:30 p.m., right? And he asked me that when his marriage is likely to happen. I made a prediction for this chart. I gave him a time period that his marriage is likely, it is possible in the first or the second week of December, right? First or second week of December in 2024. And the predictions came out to be true. I did not give him the exact time. I simply pointed out that your marriage is likely to happen either in the first week of December or in the second week of December, right? And then the second possibility I have given to this person was that it is possible that your marriage can happen even in January of 2025. Now, the gentleman then later on reported to me that his parents fixed the marriage in January, but it was preponed and his marriage took place in the first week of December 2024. So, because while making predictions, one has to give a time period which is very close to the time period at which the event is likely to happen. One should never commit a mistake by trying to give him the exact time, because there can be, see if the longitude latitudes are not okay, if the birth time that has been rectified, some kind of error is there or some mistake is there while you are doing the calculations, then there can be a variation in the time. There can be a variation in the date. So instead of giving him the date, the best thing is that you always try to give him an approximate period. Now, the approximate period doesn't mean like what people are doing, in KP. They would take Dasha, Bhukti, and Antra. Antra may extend from approximately around 3 months to 12 months. So you give a time period that your marriage is likely to happen sometimes in 2024. Now, that is not the prediction, because sometimes in 2024 would mean, is it January 2024 or is it December 2024 or it is July 2024 or it is October, November 2024. So, what you need to do while making prediction is that you should try to calculate and should try to give approximate time period which varies around say 7, 8, 10 days, 12 days, 15 days. That will not make any difference at all. Is it okay, please? Is it okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. So that is very important. Now, coming to this chart, this person I already pointed out, he's staying in Chandigarh, and he put me a question on 15/8/2022. He has come along with a chart along with say a few events. I rectified his chart, and the time of birth, that was 03 hours 36 minutes 58 seconds. Okay, so his birth took place at Postgraduate Institute, that is PGI, Chandigarh, and this is the details, the birth details of this chart, right?
So, what was the query time, sir?
So the query time was 1:30. It was 1:30, 13:30
Chandigarh.
at Chandigarh.
Is,
At
is
my
it is it horary astrology, sir?
at my place. At my place. No, it is not Horary. It is through the birth chart. I did not take
Okay,
up the
sir.
Horary. I asked him. He had come along with a Janampatri. People believe in Janampatris. He had come along with that. So I said that I will have to really look into it. But if you give me one or two events which has happened, so he gave me the event of the death of his grandfather and death of grandmother, right? Along with the genetical connections on the basis of which I calculated the birth time, the exact birth time. He gave me a time of 340 That was the time given to him in PGI, and the time which I rectified and calculated on the basis of the events was 3:36:50. That was the birth time for this particular person. And then I told him that when his marriage is most likely to happen. So when I told him that it is not going to happen in 23, it is not going to happen in say early 2024, he got frustrated and he thought कि ऐसे ही बोल दिया because some of the Pandit ji has told him that he would get married in 2023. At that time it was COVID period. So somebody has told him that the marriage will happen something around 2023. So February 2023 was the timing given to this gentleman. Anyhow, it did not happen. And finally, when the marriage was fixed, he informed me and told me, "Sir, whatever you have predicted has come out to be true. My marriage is happening in the first week of December, and and the time has not been decided. So I will come along with the card to you." Now let us discuss this chart. Now please note down these are the rules which you have to follow in systematic order. The first point is that you have to look into the ascendant subsublord, whether the ascendant subsublord is giving a promise of marriage or not. Then we
Ascendant subsublord.
ascendant subsublord is Ketu. You have to check whether the ascendant subsublord is giving a promise of marriage or not. Then you have to check the seventh subsublord is giving a promise or not. And if both ascendant and seventh subsublord are giving a promise for marriage, the marriage is likely to happen. Okay. Then on the basis of the 11th subsublord, we can have an idea as whether it is going to happen immediately or it is going to happen after some time or it is going to take a long period of time. Okay. So if you look at the ascendant subsublord, it is Ketu, and the seventh subsublord is Jupiter. If you look at the significations of Ketu Ketu is involving 5, 7, and 11, along with 2, 4, 6, 10, along with 2, 4, 6, 10. So whenever the ascendant subsublord involves 5, 7, 11, or 5 or 7 or 11, along with 2, 4, 6, 10, right? 12 is not there. Even if 12 is there, then it always means that this marriage cannot happen at the normal age. It is a case in which the marriage is delayed. So, so the marriage is delayed. Now here you are having 5, 7, 11, as well as you are having 2, 4, 6, 10, which means that there is every probability that the marriage of this person will be delayed. Okay.
Sir,
Now,
you
Sir,
need not go for commitment.
no, we are discussing it. See, for ascendant, what is the rule for delayed marriage? That you have to focus upon the ascendant subsublord. If the ascendant subsublord at the involvement level or at the commitment level has got 2, 4, 6, 10, 12, then it means it is a delayed marriage.
Uma,
Umaji, please mute. Umaji, Umaji, please mute.
Is that if you have an ascendant subsublord which is involving 2, 4, 6, 10, 12, at the involvement level or at the commitment level, then there is an indication as per cuspal interlink theory that there is a it means it there is a delay in the marriage. The marriage will not happen at the normal age. So it is going to happen beyond 24 or 26 years of age. That is what I mean to say. Normal age is 22 to 24 years. Okay, delayed marriage is after 26 years, right? So Ketu is appearing in Ketu is appearing in five. मूर्ति जी ये किसका नॉइस है प्लीज म्यूट करवाइए इसे बहुत
అయ్యా
डिस्टरबेंस हो
ఎవరో
रहा है
కొంచెం దయచేసి మ్యూట్ చేసుకోండి అయ్యా నాయిస్ వస్తా ఉంది దయచేసి మ్యూట్ చేయండి
Ketu is involving 5 7 11 along with 2 4 6 10, which means that this marriage will not happen at the normal age. It is a case of delayed marriage. Then involving 5 7 11, committing with 11 2 6 2 3 and 11. Okay, so involvement 5 7 11, commitment with 11 means there is a promise for marriage. And then if you look at the final confirmation, it is again through Rahu, and Rahu is again giving the same houses 2 6 and 10. If you remember in my previous lectures, I have pointed out that whenever 2 6 and 10 appears at the sub level or at the sub level, it will either mean delay in the marriage or it would mean no marriage. Okay, so that particular planet would not allow the event of marriage to happen in its transit period. Is it clear, please? So Ketu here is the ascendant sub-sublord which is giving a promise of marriage. Then the seventh sub-sublord is Jupiter. Jupiter has a PS. It is involvement of 7 11 along with 2 6 and 10 again. Involvement of 7 11 along with 2 6 and 10. And then commitment with 7 and 11 along with 6 and 10. What does it mean? That there is this marriage is delayed marriage case. So Jupiter is also giving a promise of marriage. Ketu is also giving a promise of marriage. And as per cuspal interlink theory, we are having an idea that the marriage of this person cannot happen at the normal age of 22 to 24 years. Is it okay? So then again, time and again, I have been focusing, I have been telling that though it is not a part of the cuspal interlink theory, but I do always check about the Punarapu yoga, which is a part of KP theory. If you remember, time and again, I have been pointing out that I do check because this yoga is such a yoga that gives an idea whether what is the approximate age at which the marriage is likely to happen. So if you look here at the Rashi chart, at the in the natal chart, what you find is Saturn is having third aspect on Moon, which means a strong Punarfu yoga is there. And by virtue of this yoga, we can predict that this marriage of this native cannot happen before 28 years of age. Right? So I have now two reasons that why it's a late marriage. Number one is the ascendant sub Lord Ketu is involving 2, 4, 6, 10, and the seventh sub Lord Jupiter through its star lot is also involving 2, 6, and 10. And commitment is again through 6 and 10. And here the commitment is through 2, but the final confirmation is through 2, 6, and 10, which is clear cut indication that the marriage of this person is a case of delayed marriage. Strong, and by virtue of being to 91, I add 28, it becomes 2019. Am I right?
Yes,
If I
sir.
add 28 to 91, it becomes 2019. And when did the person came to me? On 2022. It means even 3 years after that, the marriage has not happened. So this is a case of now late marriage, not a delayed marriage. It is a case of late marriage. Is it clear? So,
Sir, sir,
Sir,
ye-
here, why can't we say that the marriage denial is there instead of delayed marriage?
it's a see what I'm telling is that what cuspal gives me an indication. What is the idea I get from the cuspal interlink theory is that it's a case of delayed marriage. Okay, why delayed marriage? Because it is 2, 4, 6, and 10. Had I got 6 and 12 over here, had I got 12 over here, I could have said that either this marriage will not happen or it is a case of late marriage.
But sir, 12 is neutral for marriage, no?
12 is neutral for, how do you say
Marriage.
12 is neutral for marriage? Not at all.
Sir, it is in
No,
the
no, no. Now
reference.
look here, look here.
Reference, yeah.
I'll explain. Okay, I explain this point.
So,
For the ascendant, let me explain. Then I'll come to your questions. For the ascendant, the partner is seventh house.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right? And for the ascendant, what are the unfavorable houses? Six is there.
Yes, sir.
Unfavorable houses, six is there. That is one house.
Hmm.
10 is there.
Hmm.
That is the second house. 2 is there. That is the third house. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
7 के लिए 6 unfavorable because 6 is 12 to 7.
Huh.
7th के लिए 10th is unfavorable because 10th is 4 to 7.
Hmm.
Okay, it means the 10th house, which is 4 to 7 is approximately 70% bad. 30% it is still good. Okay,
Hmm.
appearance of 10 means there can be a late marriage, there can be a delay in the marriage, right?
Okay.
But appearance of 6 to 7 means not good. And then the second house is 8th to the 7th house.
Hmm.
It means delay in marriage. So whenever 2 and 10 appears for the ascendant, you say there is a late marriage,
Okay. No,
right?
sir, I was talking about this reference given in the,
I'm
yeah, that is there.
yes.
I saw, yeah.
Okay. Now,
so
if
sir, it means that if there is not
let me please let me complete first, and then you ask questions. Okay, because I have not yet completed. So appearance of 2 and 10 means delay in marriage, right? 8 is what? Impediments. 10 is what? 70% bad. 8 is what? Impediments, delays, hurdles. Okay. And then appearance of 6, which is 12th to the 7th. Appearance of 6, which is 12th to the 7th. Okay. It means negation of marriage. And when you add 6 to 2 and 10, when you add 6 to 2 and 10, when you add 6 to 2 and 10, what does it mean? When you add 6 to 2 and 10, it means that this marriage is either a very late case of marriage or there is no marriage, or whenever such a planet appears in which you have strongly 2, 6, and 10, it will not allow the event of marriage to happen. Okay, so the houses 2, 10, and 6 are not good to which house? Ascendant for the marriage. Now you take the case of seventh. Seventh is the house of your partner, and for seventh, first is the house of seventh partner. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
भाई partner तो कौन से दो बनेंगे ना? Which are the two partners? Ascendant and the seventh house. For ascendant, seventh house is his partner, and for the seventh, his
Ascendant is
partner, ascendant is the partner, right? And
yes, sir.
for seventh house, which is for the ascendant, which is not a good house.
6, 8,
No,
and 2.
yes, sir, yes, sir. For ascendant, seven is not good.
For no, 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 no. See, for the ascendant, sixth, tenth, and second, they are not good.
Yes.
Okay, 4, 8, and 12 में जो आएगा trine, it is not good, right?
Sir, small dot.
For
Second is
for
addition to the
for
family.
for please let me complete. Then you ask questions. Okay. Now for the seventh house, which are not good houses, it will be two. That is eighth house, 12th house, and fourth house.
Those houses are neutral in this case. Am I
Then
right?
it see they are neutral to seven, but for the seventh, which are bad houses. Ascendant का partner कौन है? Who is the partner of ascendant? The wife of ascendant is given by
Seven.
which house? Seventh
Seven.
house.
Seven.
Okay, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
if you are getting 6, 10, and 2, it means these are not good houses for the ascendant. There is a negation of this house through 2, 6, and 10.
Achha, achha, achha. Oh, okay, sir. Right. Right, sir.
Okay, and now for the wife, which is the house of the husband, first house.
Yes, sir.
वाइफ के लिए हस्बैंड का हाउस कौन सा होगा? अगर
First house.
सेवंथ
Yes,
हाउस
sir.
इज दिया
First house.
First
फर्स्ट
house.
हाउस, और
Hmm.
फर्स्ट के लिए गुड हाउसेस कौन से नहीं होंगे? अगेन 2, 6, and
Six.
10.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
2
sir.
is
Yes,
which
sir.
house? 2 is which house? 8.
Hmm.
6
Yes,
is
sir.
which house? 12.
Yes, sir.
And 10th is which house? 4th.
Fourth.
Four.
So that is why, when 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12 come into operation, no marriage is going to happen.
Okay, sir.
Now you get the point.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is how you have to see. So the 12th house is not good. 12th house is good for the ascendant, but it's not good for the 7th house. 12th house is good house for the ascendant. 8th house is good house for the ascendant. It is a house of hurdles, and at the same time, it is a house of dowry. Good for the ascendant, right? But for the 7th house, the 8th house is not good. The 12th house is not good. The 4th house is not good. And that is why it is given in the book. It is written in the book that whenever for the ascendant sub-sublord and for the seventh sub-sublord, if the houses 2, 4, 10, 12, 2, 4, 6, 10, 12 appear, then these houses would always mean that there is delay in the marriage. Now, if suppose first house, seventh house, sixth house, and 12th house appear, then it means there is no marriage, because neither the first house ascendant is accepting the marriage to happen. He may refuse the marriage, and at the same time, the partner of the ascendant, that is seventh house, by virtue of linking with 12, right? See, seventh के लिए which house is not good? 2 and 6 are not good. Similarly, for the seventh house, 8th and 12th are not good. Fourth, 10th house is 70% bad. Similarly, fourth house is 70% bad for the ascendant. अब इसको दूसरी एंगल से देखोगे आप, whenever four house there is a predominance of fourth house, it means the mother-in-law of the partner of the ascendant, yani the wife of the ascendant, she has lot of interference, and as a result it may lead to so many conflicts and quarrels. जब ऐसे charts आएंगे, when you come across such charts, I'll discuss in details. Now what I pointed out, so 2 and 6 delay in marriage. Okay, 2 and 10 delay in marriage, right? Similarly, you have 8 and 4 delay in marriage. So that is why 2, 4, 8, 10, they always mean delay in marriage. Any questions? Now your questions, please.
Because 12th is not there, that's why we are considering it as a delayed marriage. If 12th
Yes,
is there, we
yes,
can consider it as a denial of
yes,
marriage.
yes, yes, yes. That is denial of marriage. Correct.
Okay, sir. Okay,
Very,
sir.
very correct. Very correct. Any more questions, please?
But one small doubt.
हाँ जी बोलो बोलो बोलो.
Normal parallel second, they say addition to the family. So bringing the bahu ko lana addition only hota hai.
But
Then how
see,
is it negative?
नहीं मैं बता रहा हूँ आपको ये सी इन कस्पल थ्योरी वी डोंट टेक इट इफ यू गो थ्रू द बुक ऑन द कस्पल थ्योरी
Okay, sir.
Kuller ji has avoided it. Why he has avoided? He says that the second house is the Marka house. For the second and seventh house, both are Marka houses. Marka houses for the ascendant.
Sir, if 12 is there, it can be considered also a divorce also, na, sir?
वो उसके लिए कंडीशन अलग डिवोर्स के लिए विच कंडीशन इज देयर 6 हैज टू बी देयर 12 हैज टू बी देयर 4 and 10 हैज टू बी देयर 10 is court ना 6 is court 10 is court divorce can happen in India divorce can happen only through court right
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
so the involvement of 4 and 10 has to be there 6 and 12 has to be there 1 and 7 has to be there
Okay, sir.
so four major houses 1 7 6 and 12 they will lead to divorce
Okay, sir.
right any more questions please Haji is it clear up to this point so ascendant sub-sublord and 7 sub-sublord are giving me an indication that this marriage is a delayed marriage okay so I get first information from the cuspal interlink theory that the marriage has to happen something around say beyond 26 years of age okay then the second I pointed out see this is not a part of the cuspal theory I am pointing it again time and again is not a part of the cuspal theory but I do take into account because that makes the predictions more convenient okay and I have seen that this punarfu yoga is such a strong yoga that if in any chart this punarfu yoga exists then the marriage of that person usually happens beyond 30 years and maybe around 35 years of age okay it's very clearly if you look into the KP books it's given that if a strong punarfu yoga means that the marriage can happen beyond 32 years up to 35 or 36 years of age right please is it okay
Sir, here uh, just I'm sharing my views, sir. Here,
जी
in my case, Saturn and Moon conjunction is there in 10th
okay
house, but I was married at 28 years.
सी वो तो मिनिमम टाइम पीरियड 28 ईयर्स ही है ना
Okay,
वो
sir. Okay, sir.
केपी बुक में दिया हुआ ना केपी वालों ने दिया है केपी पीपल से
Okay,
दैट इट
sir.
इज 30 years beyond 30 years 32 to
Okay, sir.
35
Okay,
years
sir.
So it's the
right
same for male and female?
या सेम फीमेल के लिए 2 years less
So I also have that combination. I got married at 24, sir.
वो 2 years less उससे 2 years less कर दो आप
Okay,
रीजन
26 से 2 years less किया,
2
24. Okay.
24 अराउंड दैट टाइम फीमेल्स के लिए 2 years less मेल्स के लिए 2 years more
Okay, okay.
ओके सो नलिफिकेशन में नहीं ऐसे नहीं होगा वो
So
तो
in my case, it is aspected by Jupiter, that combination.
नहीं वो उस कॉम्बिनेशन में इफ सम बेनिफिक प्लैनेट्स आर देयर
Uh,
then definitely it the strong it is not a strong punarfu yoga right so
okay.
if the benefic planets are there like aspects
Mhm.
Venus aspect is there, or the aspect by Jupiter is there, right? Or the aspect by Moon is there in the natal chart. In the
Mhm.
natal chart, not in the transit. Th- Then you say, a moon to already है ना, Saturn moon का conjunction Jupiter aspects it,
Mhm.
so it's a benefic planet. Venus aspects it, it's a benefic planet, right? Then in such cases, the effect of the Punarfu yoga is less.
Okay, okay.
But in my daughter's case, though the aspect of Guru, conjunction of Jupiter and Moon is there in
What
the
is the ascendant in your daughter's case?
Scorpio, sir.
तो स्कॉर्पियो ascendant है ओके
and Saturn is in Makara. So
Saturn is
seventh aspect is there, but
uh,
he got married at the age of 30.
30 years. Oh,
Uh,
the late marriage, there must be some other reasons for the late marriage.
uh, because even the Jupiter
See,
aspect is there, but still they could
see,
not try.
now look here. If you look into the charts, if the ascendant is suppose Cancer ascendant, okay, let me say it is a Cancer ascendant. I'm taking an example. If it is 4 appearing in the ascendant, 10 will appear automatically in the seventh house. Whenever 10 and 11 appear in the seventh house, there is a delay in the marriage. Majority of cases. I can say without any doubt, 95% of cases. Appearance of 10 and 11 in the seventh house delays the marriage. Second point, appearance of Saturn as the sub-lord of the seventh house. Appearance of Saturn in the seventh house without any benefic aspect again means a late marriage, delayed marriage, right? Now, if 4 and 10 appears and suppose Jupiter alone is appearing in the ascendant, then the reverse of this can also happen. Either it is a very late marriage or it's a very early marriage. And since Jupiter is there, there is no other planet in the seventh house, it is a case of early marriage. If Venus is there, no other planet is in the seventh house, it's a case of early marriage. So the combination, it may vary. It may vary. So in any case, whenever Saturn, I'm not talking of transit, I'm talking of natal chart. Whenever Saturn signs 10 and 11, Capricorn and 11, the Aquarius signs are in the seventh house, then definitely it is a case of delayed marriage. Okay. And if Saturn is alone posted in the seventh house, it is a case of late marriage. If a strong Punarfu yoga is there, now see, Jo, the third aspect of the Saturn is at how much angle? 90 degrees angle. Am I right? 30, 60, and
Yes,
90.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So it's a strong Punarfu yoga. Strong Punarfu yoga.
Sir,
If moon is placed in seventh house, in the 10th house, and Saturn is here in the fourth house, then it is at an angle of 180 degree. 180 degrees. The Punarfu yoga is there, but the strength is less. And if moon is in the 10th position, say in the ascendant, and Saturn is here in the fourth house, then again this position is because it is in the reverse manner, it is having again
90
it is
degree.
90 degrees. So again it's a strong Punarfu yoga, right? Hanji, बोलिए आप. Somebody was asking a question.
yeah, yes, sir. When
Hanji.
we are talking about seventh house and fourth house, no, this is the bhava or the cusp sign.
See, I am talking of the Rashi chart. I'm
Okay,
not signs,
okay, thank
right?
Sir,
I'm
sir,
not talking of Bhava chart.
Kapilji,
Hanji.
in our chart, is Saturn star lord is moon. Can we?
आ,
Is
आपका
it?
साउंड क्लियर नहीं आ रहा आपका.
No,
Your
no, no.
sound is not clear.
Saturn is in moon star. Is it
Sa-
Punarpu dosh or?
it is again a Punarfu yoga.
Yes, yes. Okay.
It is a Punarfu yoga without any doubts. See your ascendant. Suppose your ascendant is moon. Ascendant sub lord is moon. Okay, and the seventh sub lord is Saturn.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's a Punarfu yoga,
Yes, yes.
right? So Punarfu yoga does make a difference. I do consider it, and I have found that it is, you know, almost every chart, in whichever chart I find that there is a Punarfu yoga, it's a case of either a delayed marriage or a case of late marriage. So in the present case, I predicted on the basis of cuspal theory, it's a delayed marriage. And then when I looked into the Rashi chart, I found there is a strong Punarfu yoga. So I thought that it instead of delayed marriage, it is better if I say it's a late marriage. So Look here. If I add 28 years to 1991, it becomes 2019. And the person has come to me in 2022. Even 3 years beyond that time, his marriage did not happen. It means how much strong this Punarva Yoga is that the marriage of this person did not happen even on 15th of August 2022. Is it okay?
Sir, in this chart, Saturn is in the star and sub of moon, sir. It is
हाँ जी
a
हाँ जी बट सर
star
मून
and sub of moon.
हाँ
Oh,
अपीयरेंस ऑफ
plenty of क्या बोलते हैं वो दोषा.
नहीं हाँ वो तो है सर इसमें दो चीजें इंपॉर्टेंट है इफ सैटर्न अपीयर्स एज ए स्टार एज ए सब एंड सब सब ऑफ मून if Saturn appears in the planetary positions of moon as star sub and sub sub then it is a strong Punarva yoga if moon is appearing as a star sub or sub sub of Saturn, then it is not that strong a Punarva Yoga as you had in the case when Saturn appeared as Star Lord, Sub Lord, and Sub Sub Lord of Moon. So you can take it either ways. But any case, this marriage did not happen in 2022. And in 2022, this gentleman was how much years of age? It was 9 and 20 to 31 years of age. So you can well visualize that even at the age of 30, even say at 31 years of age, this person did not get married. Okay. Any more
Okay,
questions?
okay, okay.
Right. So then now let us see that what is the approximate period at which the marriage of this person that is likely to happen, most likely to happen. So for this case, then I will have to now before I go to the transit chart, first of all, I will have to look into the cuspal interlink table to find out that if there is any planet which is not a significator, which is not giving a promise for the marriage to this native. So look at Sun 5 7 11 5 11 5 7 11. Okay. Moon 5 7 5 7 and it is 11. Okay. Mars 5 7 it is 5 7 it is 5 here. Okay. Mercury 5 11 5 7 11 and then 5 it is okay. Jupiter 7 11 7 11 5 11 it is okay. Venus 5 7 11 11 and it is 5 okay. Then you take Saturn is 5 because Saturn is appearing in the star as well as sub of moon, so we will bunch these two, moon and moon, so it will be moon Jupiter Jupiter. Okay. You know this rule of bunching,
Yes, sir.
right? So
Yes,
then
sir,
here,
Asravina.
so Saturn is involving 5, committing through 7 and 11, and final confirmation through 7 and 11. It is okay. Rahu 5, 7, 11, 5, and it is 5. This is okay. Ketu is 5, 7, 11. It is 11, and again 5, 7, 11. It is okay. It means that all the planets are favorable for giving the event of the marriage, though their strength may vary, right? Their strength may vary. So now, if I look into this table, then from the table, since I am getting significations, I am getting promise for marriage by all the planets. So it appears that the marriage of this person should occur at a normal age, but it has not happened. And the reason I have already given that we have to focus upon the ascendant sub sublord, we have to focus upon the seventh sub sublord. Now, why the marriage is delayed for this person? Why this person is having a late marriage? Now, let us concentrate upon the sublord and the sub column. If you look at the sublord table and the sub table, now in Sun, you have 2 and 10, 2, 4, and 10 at the sub level, and you have 2, 6, and 10 at the sub level. Appearance of 6 is there. Look at moon. Appearance of 6 and 12 is there. And then appearance of 2 at the sub level. See the case of Mars. Appearance of 6 and 12 is there. And then appearance of 2 and 10 is there. Take the case of Mercury. Appearance of 2, 6, 10 is there. Appearance of 2, 10, and 12 is there. Take the case of Jupiter. Appearance of 6 and 10 is there. Then final confirmation by 2 and 10 is there. Take the case of Venus. Appearance of 2, and then here it is 2 and 10 along with 12. Take the case of Saturn. It is 2, 10, and 12, and here it is 6 and 10. So if I bunch them, it will become 6 and 10 here and 6 and 10 here. Take the case of Rahu. It is 2 and 10 is there, and it is 2 and 10 is there. Okay, 2, 10, and 12. So there is no 6. So Rahu is good. Take the case of Ketu. Appearance of only 2 is there, and here it is 2, 6, 10 is there. So 6 is appearing in Sun, appearing in Moon, appearing in Mars, appearing in Mercury, then it is appearing in Saturn, and it is appearing in Ketu. So majority of the planets have got 6 appearing at the sub-level or appearing at the sub-level, which is again an indication, which is again, giving me an idea that the marriage of this person will be a late marriage. Okay. So anyway, all the planets are significators and giving the promise of marriage and also final confirmation for the marriage either by the appearance of 5, 7, 11, or by 11 or by 5. So all the planets are good enough to give the event of marriage. So now I will have to go to the transit chart to find out the
But sir, here few of the cusps have given 12. Then how the marriage was took place, sir?
no no
Still there.
see appearance of 6 and 12 together does not mean that marriage will not happen. It means that once the marriage will happen, there can be conflicts between both the partners and it may lead to divorce. बिना मैरिज के तो डिवोर्स नहीं होगा ना,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes,
Six.
sir, just before only we conclude that if 12 is there, we can
See, look
conclude
here.
that it is
Look,
Daniel.
see
So it's
this.
getting some confusion.
No. So what is the confusion? Look here. Appearance of 6 and 12 means what? Before marriage, it is always delayed marriage. Before marriage, it is always late marriage. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And if all the planets at sub and sub level are giving 6 and 12, 6 and 12, 6 and 12, what does it mean? Either the boy will refuse to marriage or the girl will refuse to marriage. So no marriage is happening. So in such cases, the person may stay unmarried. And how many persons remain unmarried? Hardly 1% of people, even less than 1% of people, because 99.5% of people get married. So that is why, when you are getting 6 and 12, what you say is that there is probability of a marriage or the person may refuse the marriage. Either of these will happen. And that will always depend upon what? Number one, it will depend upon the time period for the marriage, which is something from 22 years of age up to 40 years of age. And then we have to look into the planets in the Dasha Bhukti Antra, which fall in those periods to calculate and to find out that whether the marriage is likely to happen or the person has to stay unmarried. Right?
Means sir, yesterday few of the Swamiji charts, unmarried Swamiji's chart we reviewed. In the all the Swamiji charts,
Say
6 is
say a
more prominent.
person No, a person will stay unmarried only when at the sub level
Sir.
it has got only 2, 6, 10, 12, 2, 4,
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
no 5, no 7, no 11.
Okay, sir.
Then only he will remain unmarried. Is it
Okay, sir.
okay?
Okay,
When
sir.
you have both the